Hello, this is Angelia with today's wisdom. Today's wisdom comes from Daily Buddhist Wisdom. When a person has lived properly and acted generously, he grasps the way things are. Because when you're trying to do that, when you're trying to act whatever your belief system says is properly, then you know that you've done the right thing and acted generously. You know, when you're a generous person and giving to others and, tithe or not, or, give when you can. So yeah, you see the way things are and the way they can be. He is not dependent on attachments. And some of us are, we attach to people and places and things. And I'm guilty of this because, there are some things that belong to like my grandmother or great aunt, and I don't want to give them up because it reminds me of them. So, it's hard sometimes, to let go of things. He is free from anger and aversions. And that's a hard one for all of us to be, free from anger or being averse to, things or people. That's hard. What he does becomes perfect action. And in Buddhism, we talk about right action, right thinking, and in Christianity also, perfect action would be to be, like Jesus, do what Jesus would do. I mean, that was a big thing when my kids were coming up in the church, that they were coming up in WWJD, what would Jesus do, and I think that is a good way to be all the time. The pureness of perfectly balanced action based on seeing the way things are. This is freedom and the ending of ignorance. Because when you let your own prejudices come into things, you're not seeing things the way they are. You're seeing them how, you think, they are. Or, some people get a rise out of just being, upset, and they enjoy that and they love that adrenaline rush. And so they take umbrage at everything and they're angry all the time. And, these people just suck the life out of you. So, when you can just see things the way they are and not color them with your own brush and take a step back, that's, freedom. That frees you from all of these feelings. And it ends your ignorance. Because, let's face the fact, some people are ignorant and they enjoy being ignorant because in their mind, their ignorance is right. So, if you're not knowing about a thing, and you don't want to be knowing about a thing, or for perpetuating, a stereotype or an ism of some kind, that's ignorance. And it eats you up from the inside because you're always upset, that this is not like what you think it should be or what was norm for you growing up. You want it all this way. And that's going to be hard on you because that's not reality. That's not the way the world works. The world is a big place full of a lot of people, a lot of different systems of beliefs. And if you can't, just take things as they are, just go on with your life and have peace within yourself, you're not going to have freedom. You're going to be a slave to these feelings that you have. So, try to live right. Try to be generous when you can. And, see things the way they are, not how your mindset is coloring them to be. And don't, be so attached to anything, really, person, place, or thing, because life is transient, and I said that's hard, especially, like I said, with, if you have something from someone you loved, and someone like is, ooh, that's nice, I like that, and you might even feel like you'd want to, but then no. you know. So, you free yourself from anger. That's a big thing for a lot of people. They thrive on anger. They love anger. It makes them feel good to have that adrenaline, but that's not good, and it's bad for you physically and mentally. And, if you're being hateful to other people and you can't tolerate certain things in other people, really that's just limiting your experience. That's really not hurting them, unless you are hurting them. That's really just limiting your experience in life. Um, so, try to act right, um, and face that nothing is going to be 100% the way you want it to be. And that's just life, you know? And when you can do that, you will feel much freer because you don't have all these restrictions on yourself that you have put on yourself. You put yourself in this little, fence. You can let yourself out and, learn about things. And that'll be the end of ignorance. Um, and that's from Sutta Nipata. Think about it. It's all for now.